The Indian Prime Minister lands in Russia, and when Prime Minister Modi and President Putin will walk alongside, they will be taking a big step in the India-Russia ties. Who better to reflect than the Indian ambassador to Russia, Shri Vinay Kumarji. Sir, thank you so much for giving time to Republic TV.
Welcome.
Sir, my first question to you, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his third tenure, and he chooses Russia as his first bilateral visit. How do you see this vis-a-vis the India-Russia ties?
Well, India-Russia ties are quite strong. We share a special and privileged partnership, and there has been a tradition of annual summits between India and Russia since the year 2000. Last one was in 2021 when President Putin visited India. Right. Since then, this visit of Prime Minister of India has been expected here, and this visit now that taking place tomorrow day after is signaling resumption of that tradition. So it is part of the bilateral engagement between the two countries.
Sir, how do you see the trajectory of the India-Russia ties amid the war that is going on in Ukraine? And I say this because when on the 9th the two state heads would be meeting, there would also be a meeting of the NATO in Washington going on.
As I mentioned, this visit is situated in the bilateral context of the two countries' relationship. And the agenda is heavily focused on the bilateral issues. But of course, without prejudging what the leaders will talk, I think that they will also exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest.
Okay, sir, there has been a lot of talk on the personal chemistry between Narendra Modi and Vladimir Putin. You having seen the functional style of both, what do you think really makes that chemistry stand out between both the leaders, both the state heads?
It is there's perhaps a shared commitment to strengthening the relations between our two countries. As I was mentioning, the relationship is extensive, what we call multifaceted, and it has served both countries well. So the close relationship and personal warmth that the two leaders have only contributes to further strengthening of this relationship.
We also know that there will be a community event for the Indians diaspora here in Russia. So if you could just tell us, sir, about the entire program that is going to be here for the Indian Prime Minister once he lands, and also this community event.
Well, community event is quite important. Prime Minister has not been to Moscow since 2015.
9 years.
So the business people which presently constitute the majority of Indian diaspora in Moscow, they are very eagerly looking forward to extend a warm welcome to Prime Minister and also listen to him. As for other components of the visit, there will be private meeting between the two leaders. There would be wreath laying solemn function at the tomb of unknown soldier. There will be visit to Rosatom Pavilion in the All Russia Exhibition Center, and then restricted meeting, delegation level meeting, luncheon, and exchange of documents which have been prepared for signature and exchange during the visit.
We saw, sir, that when at a time that President Putin has praised Narendra Modi and his administration from time to time, and it has been reciprocal in the sense that the Prime Minister has always stood with Russia, even though he's given out a message of peace. He's always stood with Russia vis-a-vis the bilateral ties. Do you think there could be a bigger message on in terms of the global messaging that is going to go in terms of war, because we are seeing two wars going on in the world right now?
As I said, the agenda is more bilateral issues, focused on bilateral issues. And Prime Minister has said, External Affairs Minister has said, and very recently our participant in the Swiss meeting, Secretary West, my predecessor, Mr. Pawan Kapoor, said that India favors dialogue and diplomacy for resolution of this conflict. We obviously want engagement among all stakeholders, in the first place between the two parties, to have a relook at the problems and resolve them through dialogue, political consultations, and diplomatic means.